Hello, y'all. What's up? I'm gonna be chilling, playing some EU4. I don't know how long, maybe like an hour, 2 hours, maybe four. I don't know. I haven't decided how long I want to stream today. So it'll just be off the cuff. Turn that up. Awesome, it's on screen. Listen to music, or should I watch Hassan Piker? And we'll watch Hassan Piker. Listen to him at least. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
9-1 against them. Anyone?
Browser. Add new browser. All right.
Establishment Democrats that you referred to might not be able to support Syed or others because there's this schism.
Right.
Well, I made it clear
Full screen.
yesterday and before
Put it in the bottom left.
that if Haley Stevens was the nominee, I would support her. Because I think it's terribly important that we all come together to take on and do everything we can to stop the disastrous policies of the most dangerous president in the history of the United States. That's Donald Trump.
I think it's going to take a lot for Bernie to just start endorsing until they win their primaries after the Grand Platinum stuff.
So I was prepared to support Haley Stevens, and I am confident that people who are on the other side of that election yesterday are going to support him.
And why do you think that doesn't tilt this to in favor of Rogers? If they view El Sayed as too
Look,
extreme?
what already we're seeing is the Republicans are bankrupt. How would you like to go out and campaign and tell people why you support a president who gave $1 billion?
That is, Burn Dog would have a motherfucking landline ringtone, dude.
$1 trillion in tax breaks to the top 1%, and then threw 15 million people off of healthcare. Good luck to you. How would you like to go out and say, yeah, I think it's a great idea that we started an illegal and unconstitutional war, which is causing massive damage all over the world, including 18 deaths of our own servicemen. Good luck to you.
Yep.
They got nothing to say. So you know what they're going to campaign on? Breaking news. Abdul El Sayed is a Muslim. Wow. Maybe we can foment some racism there. Or he's a quote-unquote communist because he believes that healthcare is a human right. They got nothing to say. We're going to win.
Is this 2004 with Obama or 08 with Obama all over again?
I think it's part of that. I'll tell you, it goes back even further. I'm old enough to remember a guy named John F. Kennedy. And there were people saying, oh, Kennedy is a Catholic. We can't have a Catholic for...
He is, that's right.
That is true.
Fact check.
That is true.
He is old enough. Fact check, true.
To unity of state faith. Yeah, that sounds
I'm
good.
old enough to remember John F. Kennedy.
Prefer that over
the
donations thing.
For America, you know? But we're going to beat that because I think at the end of the day, people understand the system is broken. You got 60% of our people live in paycheck to paycheck, struggling to put food on the table.
3 more provinces right here.
Or the billionaire class is getting richer.
Plus
And
these
Abdul
two.
understands that. He's going to campaign on that. And by the way, you're going to see a number of independents coming out from him. You're going to see some Republicans coming out from him. And you are going to see a lot of young people getting involved in the political process in a way that
Where's the
okay, good.
these ships? Scottish, nah,
You know who this Hassan Piker is?
A blowhard.
I think these guys failed so spectacularly.
When
Abu,
you say
yes, give me your
progressive
trade
left,
power, buddy.
there's a tone of contempt there. Is
Yeah, I
there?
hope the camera was able to pick up the contempt.
Established
There
protectorate.
are a lot of people
Heck
who are just
yeah.
like, this is not working.
Established
Democrats haven't done anything about
protectorate.
it.
Yeah, buddy.
Have they been given a chance?
We got two
You know who's gonna
more
decide the
two more
future of the Democratic
protectorates.
Party? Let me
Well,
break
Congo
the news.
is Congo small enough that we can get a
Okay.
protectorate off one?
Pro-Israel
Though?
politics is so poisonous in the Democratic Party.
There's no place.
I don't think so.
Criticism
Might have to
of the
dissolve the
government of
alliance and
Israel,
just declare
the
one.
Democratic Party.
Will you endorse the 2028 candidate if they are pro-Israeli? How are you feeling about the midterms?
I feel very good, but the only thing that can derail us is we could nominate some of our own
Western
candidates in
Indian
the wrong
Ocean,
place
here I
and
come.
not be as successful as I hope, but it's going to be massive. I mean, in spite of anything.
Marble totem, yep.
Anything.
The
Build
wrong
that.
candidates, what do you mean by that?
I see challenges.
Britannia will. Oh, I like Britannia. Yeah, sure.
Progressive left. And these people are too hard-headed to know that they're not popular. People don't like them. And but if you get a skewed turnout,
Well, as we found out in Michigan,
Oh, I need to pay off my
last night,
loan. Turn off
still
my
more popular than the establishment voters.
Fill out. Yeah, I'll help you in your war against Cree.
Still more popular than the establishment politicians. Devoid of policy.
out in a primary, you might end up losing a race that you should have never lost in the first place.
We're really reheating our nachos, bro. Yeah, this is the full interview.
You say progressive left, you sort of, there's a tone of contempt there. Is there?
Yeah, so you were very wise. I hope the camera was able to pick
Go
up
off,
the contempt.
enforce religion.
This is high definition.
Taboo,
Yeah.
enforce religion.
They don't win
Yeah.
elections. They never run against Republicans. They just run against other Democrats. Their only message is, we're going to blow everything up. Okay, great. And they run for president. They never win. They are the...
Have they been given a chance?
Huh?
Who?
Let's take over. Let's think of somebody. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders ran for president twice. You know what he did twice? He lost. By a lot.
Lost
James Carville says
by a lot.
this is all going to implode at the general election.
Yeah, as opposed to previous neoliberal Democratic candidacies that have been spectacular successes so far. Hillary Rodham Clinton in 2016 and Kamala Harris in 2024. I think these guys have failed so publicly and so spectacularly that it has caused people to seek out alternatives. I don't think I'm exceptionally good at proselytizing the gospel of socialism necessarily. I think there are a lot of people who are just like, this is not working. Cost of living crisis is completely out of control. Democrats haven't done anything about it. Republicans haven't done anything about it. There has to be a different alternative. And a lot of people are also very frustrated with the rise of Trumpism, rise of MAGA, rise of fascism in this country. They're scared. There's a lot of instability. And they see the Democratic Party as insufficient in dealing with Trumpism. And they go out there in the streets, they want to demonstrate. Who do they see on the streets? People like me. They see DSA, they see PSL, they see these organizations that have never stopped protesting. They don't stop protesting when Democrats are in charge. They don't stop protesting when Republicans are in charge. Why do they do that? Because the issues persist.
Do you know who the Sandpiper is?
Yes.
They're a little too
What do
far.
you think of him?
Blowhard.
A what?
A blowhard. Name me one Democrat in a tough election that wants a sandpiper to come in and campaign with him. In a general election.
A lot of
Do
them.
you think that Talrico is going to invite Hassan Piker to come to Texas? I don't.
Maybe.
You think John Ossoff is going to invite him to come? I don't. You think
Maybe.
Roy No. And, I mean, he's a niche guy.
Do you think
Make them a
candidates
protectorate?
that
No, I can't because they are.
I don't understand.
I'm at war, yeah.
And also on top of that, like, why would I campaign with any
Oh,
of
that's
these
Alpha,
guys
Alpha
if
X
I don't
circuit,
even
not
fully subscribe to their
that.
platforms?
Okay.
Embrace you in the primary process might want to tuck you away in the general election.
Maybe. But I think that'd be a mistake.
Also, there was one candidacy that invited me to campaign with them. Kamala fucking Harris. Not the best example, but we do forget that, like, I have been working with Democrats. Like, I've been a Democratic voter for the last decade plus. Okay? I've never voted for a Republican. I never will vote for a Republican. Like, these guys make it seem like my audience are just not Democrats at all. And that my, like, I'm not a part of this coalition at all. Like, it's so strange. I don't know where the fuck this comes from. Yes, dude, I think it's okay to be critical of the Democratic Party platform and want it to be better and want it to be more representative of the people's interests.
48
okay?
ducats worth of interest. I can
Sorry.
pay that down.
Like, sucks to suck for you, I guess, but clearly my attitude is well represented amongst the fucking
I'll
base
fill
of
in the
voters in the Democratic
West
Party.
Coast before anyone gets
That's
there.
why you guys keep losing. It's so weird. They're mad.
Try to get
They're
as
mad at
far
their
into
voters, but they can't say you guys are
east as I
fucking
can.
stupid. Shut the fuck up. Just vote for who we tell you to vote for. So they just yell at someone like me. My resentment is not shared by just myself and maybe a couple others. Like, my resentment is shared by those who have never even heard of me.
Analico. I'm gonna have to declare war on Castile and get this
Because
stuff.
the reality is, not only do I have a lot
Might take
of,
Brazil, too.
passionate door knockers and organizers in my community,
I don't know.
but also outside of that, I represent a position that is objectively popular. The criticisms of Israel, that is the
Hey, the
overwhelming
Guardian
majority's perspective.
statues. That's cool.
So I think simply leaning in to attack ads and saying, "Oh, you're right, that this person is bad. Actually, this person was wrong.
The
It was
Elysian
wrong of me to
Bay.
identify or and align with him."
Cool.
Abdul could have done that in the primary as well. It was very risky for him to say, "No, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I have disagreements with him, but who cares? He's a Twitch streamer, you know." And I think that's an honest message. That's something that people can understand. And as long as he sticks to the issues, as long as he keeps fighting for Medicare for all and keep fighting for policies that will improve people's lives, that's what people are going to vote for. The rest of it is just noise. You look silly if you try to consistently take the conversation back to an allegiance that a politician might have with a Twitch streamer.
Get some Janissaries.
If the
Heck
other
yeah.
side is saying, "I want to give people health care," it's not a great message.
In the primary process, of course, he has become this sort of central part of a debate, right, about the future of the Democratic Party.
Well, let me tell you, we're going to have a debate
Gum in
about
me.
the future of the Democratic Party. In the Democratic primaries of 2028, in Hassan Piker and the progressives,
Hassan
you know who's
Piker.
going to decide the future of the Democratic Party? Let me break the news to you. Democratic primary voters, primarily Southern black Democrats.
That.
Oh, God. It's so shameless, dude.
Yeah.
It's so nasty. It's so like I know what he's saying. I wonder if this comes across for older black voters. I wonder if this comes across as him like showing respect or if they see exactly what he's saying. You know what I mean?
We need to keep
'Cause
these
he's just so
in line.
cynically
basically.
weaponizing black people and black voters in general to be like, yeah. It's so nasty.
That's what he's saying.
It's
When he's saying we need to
positively
keep
racist, you know what I mean?
in line, but without saying it.
No black person likes Carvel.
Huh.
His accent alone let us know what's up.
Holy crap.
Democratic primary voters. Let me further break the news to you because I happen to have hung around Southern black people all of my life. They ain't that liberal, okay? But that's...
Like, look at how excited he is. Like, that's such a strange thing to say. First of all, that's not true. That's literally not true. It's not true. That's just not true. Black voters are the most progressive voting bloc in the country. While many of the older black voters end up voting defensively or voting along whatever establishment community leaders are urging is the most electable option, black voters by and large are actually very liberal. Far more liberal than white voters are. Not even a question.
Now, I'm sure what someone on the left would say, well, we have to have another process. No, we don't. And what Hassan Piker needs to do is run for president.
Our guy,
if
our little
agrees with you, good.
bring in order.
Go, cat, go.
Siege them first, and they just pieced them out. They're like,
this is
damn
such a
it.
bad argument. What? Anyone that has a political position needs to run for president? It's so fucking stupid.
That the judgment of Democratic primary voters is what I'm going to follow. But if you claim that there's all of this...
Also, this entire conversation, this entire resentment is brewing for James Carville because the voters in
probably
the
shouldn't have
Democratic
clicked that
Party are
button.
voting against his best.
I'm actually going to get a mercenary
That's why he's so
tag.
mad. That's why the other day he said, like, if this becomes a Hassan Piker party, I'm out. It's either me or him. And maybe it won't be me.
This energy and this activism, then, okay, have at it. Run for president.
You're allowed to take part in the democratic process.
I don't say
You're not running for office. You know,
of course you are. I don't run for office. What I'd say is, why do these people call themselves Democrats? Call yourself Democratic Socialist. Maybe what
do.
you need.
I mean, I think a lot of them do,
do
right?
good, but don't call yourself Democrat. But we're gonna watch you. There's no place, any place for
Off the
criticism
printing press.
of the
Heck
government of
yeah.
Israel in the Democratic Party. There's no place for anti-Semitism. But if you want to be anti-Semitic, go form your own party. The reason that most people become Democrats is the same reason that I did. I don't hate anybody.
Yes, you do. You just are in delusion.
I mean, he's so out of step with his own voters. Like,
Yeah.
well, I don't even want to say his own voters because he left the party after the Abdul victory, right? It's our party now.
Ours. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I have a big issue with the government of Israel.
Yeah.
I worked in Israel. Was part of
Ehud Barak's campaign.
the closest set in history would ever come to having a deal. And I am a full supporter of the right of a Jewish state on the Eastern Mediterranean. I think the only way to have that is you have to have a corresponding Palestinian state, fully recognized. You have to have security zones. You have to have massive aid to the Palestinian state. And we got to have peace and not war. Now, I can't stand Netanyahu. And the big change that I've seen in Israel is they used to actually try to get people to like them. They don't do that anymore. And I detest the settlements. Right? And I would love to see policy changes in the government of Israel. But I am a firm believer in the state of Israel. Two different things.
Sure.
Never to be confused.
I was with you at the DNC in 2024, where you said you didn't endorse Harris. Will you endorse the 2028 candidate if they are pro-Israel in a way that you don't like? I mean, if you ultimately are about defeating fascism in this country as you describe it, MAGA, whatever, surely shouldn't you get on board with whoever the main candidate is?
Luckily, I don't think I will have to make that calculation at all because, again, pro-Israel politics is so poisonous in the Democratic Party especially that there is, and I'm telling you right now as a promise, and you'll see, 0% chance that whoever the elected Democrat is that wins the primary
Gotta
will be
colonize this
pro-Israel
and
in any way,
upgrade it
shape, or form. And I will do
colonial
everything in my power to make sure that
power.
that doesn't happen regardless, but I don't think I'll have to push too much.
Obviously.
And you'll see. Rahm Emanuel is a great example of this. Rahm Emanuel himself is very critical of Israel now. Very,
Let's go
very critical of Israel.
gambling.
And it's clear that he has ambitions of higher office. And
Let's
he
go
sees which way the winds are blowing.
gambling.
It's not going to happen. So that's not even a problem. But I do warn, just as I did in 2019 with Joe Biden, that if we don't have a bold, progressive candidate as someone who can take advantage of the momentum of the growing socialist movement in this country, seek to improve the material conditions of the working class in this country, it's going to be worse than Donald Trump next time around. Just as Donald Trump, too,
Trading in
was
rum?
worse than Donald Trump. Yeah.
We're trading in citrus. Heck yeah.
Quite a few of
Trading
my
in incense.
like you're there main source.
Trading in naval supplies.
Are you combined the Joe Rogans of the left?
Rant incoming.
Wind them up.
What are we doing? Like, the battle for the future of the Democratic Party is not going to play out like it used to.
We need candidates who are going to try to challenge the status quo.
Is the Democrat Party having its Tea Party movement?
We'll see who wins. That'll tell us a lot about the future of the party.
How are you doing? When you guys set up this company, there was very solid MAGA media infrastructure, right, online. And it seems, I think you guys were early in this space in terms of like having an alternative point of view and having the progressive left, whatever Democrat sort of media ecosystem.
Pod Rogans of the left, yeah.
Have you felt a sort of greater sense of responsibility, almost given how much you've grown and given that, you know, a lot of people are just not watching us anymore. They're not watching the news.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. I mean, look, there are definitely times when you do an episode, you forget that it goes out to a lot of people. I'll have that experience often. And someone will cite back something terrible I said or stupid or some offensive joke. And, I probably shouldn't have done that. So there is a bit of a sense of responsibility. I think the job gets more complicated when there's a Democratic primary. That's when the fights get kind of more personal and uglier and harder to adjudicate. When it's commentary about what the Trump administration is doing, there tends to
The capital converted. That's good.
And you mentioned...
I can't... I know a lot of people have been sending me the full John Fetterman, Jon Stewart clips.
47 years for it to convert to.
I can't stand to listen to John Fetterman. I'm sorry. I can't. Like, it's just so difficult. I listened to him for 2.5 minutes earlier, and it was already... It's just not something I want to do.
And when it gets tricky for you guys is what's happening right now, right? The Democrats.
My stability up. I'm trying to get.
You interviewed, I think,
the Imperial Cult.
Right? There's a whole platforming debate.
Government
clearly
reform
you
now.
don't buy into the idea that
I might want to
somebody like
wait
Sandpacker
though.
should not be given a platform.
How dare you platform someone with a huge platform?
We want to have conversations with.
Oh no, there's no
everyone from
aristocratic
far left
ideas.
to Never Trumpers.
In this idea,
maybe
this
even,
mod that I chose.
Republicans.
The mod that I chose.
Just because we think conversations are interesting, and we also trust our audience to make up their own minds based on differing viewpoints, views they haven't heard before, and I think, whether you like this or not, Hassan has a lot of people who listen to him.
Northwest Iranian coast.
Even if you're
Why does John Lovett? Why does John Lovett look like he hates this? We're on MSNBC right now. Dan Bongino is talking about
Hey, we won almost all of them.
On Fox News and MSNBC simultaneously.
Oh my gosh, they are eating Hassan up right now.
The trifecta is if I'm on CNN too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That is a
Give me the
trifecta
link.
right there.
Give me the live link.
I really got to go after Samoa Tonga. I mean,
Schumer endorses the guy hunting him. Well, we missed the Hassan mention.
Got to come together. You know, obviously, he's got his perspective on it, and he's welcome to his perspective. It's not mine. My perspective on it is that you have to ask for every vote. I've been in
Are
this
they
work
asking
for
him
15
about
months,
that?
and I ran for office 8 years ago, and I know that a vote is a very serious thing, and folks want to give it to people that they know and trust. And if
Bro,
we've got
I
more
can't
trust
say
of
anything. I can't say anything anymore. I literally can't say anything. Like Adri thought that she was like clipping something that was doing me a favor and like letting people know my position. I wasn't even talking about fucking voters. I cannot believe how fast. I cannot believe how fast something gets misconstrued on the stream now. It's mind-boggling. I saw Jacob yesterday.
I'm focused on campaigning in this state, all over the state. I'm not as focused on who I'm campaigning with. I'm focused on who I'm campaigning for, which is the 10 million people in the state, reaching out to them in their communities like I have for the past 15 months.
I have to ask you about this Islamophobia that is already coming in.
Okay, never mind. I'm glad that he's okay. Well, at least the conversation is about Islamophobia a little bit.
Reread what your opponent Mike Rogers said in particular today. He said, Abdul isn't just another liberal. He is an extremist. Never in a million years did I think I would be running against someone who believes America deserved 9/11. I have to let you respond to that.
Well, look,
America did
Mike
deserve
Rogers
9/11,
has no
though.
new ideas. He was in Congress, 2000 to 2015.
America
He left
did
Congress with
9/11 to
$14 million
itself.
He doesn't want to
Whether
explain.
through a
His
conspiracy
ideas are old, his perspective on
to
politics is
justify
old,
war
and
in
he's going to
Iraq,
find that people don't
or
want
it
that
was done
perspective anymore. So of course, he's going to do the same
through
thing.
active and intentional negligence, or it was
in Michigan my whole life.
bad foreign policy. I mean, no matter how you spin it, America, first off, deserved 9/11, did 9/11, caused 9/11.
How you pray,
it's our karma.
and we all pray for the same things. We want what's good for our kids and our families. We want clean air, clean water, healthcare we can afford. So they're going to use Islamophobia because their ideas are tired. Their economy sucks. They're taking us to war we shouldn't fight. And we have an opportunity to actually focus on bringing us together. So if he has some new ideas he'd like to talk about, I've challenged him to 5 debates. Mike, if you're watching, 5 debates, but you're a coward, so you probably won't do it.
I second your sentiment about Michiganders. It was incredible to be there yesterday. Congratulations to you. I'm sure I'll see you out there again over the course of the next several months. Michigan Democratic Senate nominee Abdul El-Sayed, thank you so much again and congratulations.
We just have to be more careful with the language that we use. Because it's like the description is clearly more important.
Decide if Max Miller is fit to serve.
The description is literally more important than what I'm saying in the clip.
Advantage over.
How does
That's
Kaklady
what
have?
the context is that's important. The context that's important is to be like, Hassan calls out DC consultants that got the race wrong, and then you can quote it. You know what I mean? Like that would be probably a better way to clip something. No sense, self-censoring, double down, fuck them. No, man, I don't like it. I'm sorry. I don't fucking like it. There's a lot of knives out. I still have to do my job. But ultimately, it's messaging clarity is very important. I obviously cannot consistently add additional context to the things that I'm saying in real time. That's not a normal way to communicate.
Yeah.
Downfall of the broadcast, self-censoring fatal. Oh.
Yeah, self-censoring sucks, but you got to and you can't at the same time. It's very difficult. It's fucked. Like,
I'm just always going to say, hey guys, I'm giving you the entire context when I talk about this particular thing.
And you though? No. Not in everyday speech. Hey, we be connected. We can circumnavigate the globe if we want. Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
In Detroit, the ones who voted for El Sayed, almost all of them.
I'll go for it.
They told me something's got to
Cancel
change.
mission, circumnavigate the globe. Heck yeah.
El Sayed or Stevens?
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
I do. Stevens or El Sayed? El Sayed by a hair. Why Stevens over El Sayed?
She does what she says she's going to do. And she's very honest, trustworthy.
Stevens or El Sayed?
I voted for Stevens. I voted for Al Sayed.
So wait a minute, the two of you here shopping.
Great friends. Great friends. Agree on most everything.
We got El Sayed and we got Stevens. What's the difference for the two of you?
I'm going progressive this election. I'd like to blow everything up and start from scratch.
And you went with the trusted voice, or for you, the trusted voice here in Michigan.
Yes.
So who are you for? What's your prediction?
I'll say, oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, they're in
Get money out of politics, baby. Bring it back to the people.
Beach
They were not
separatists.
shy at the Eastern Market. On day one of the general election, El Sayed faces a huge test against the Republican, former Congressman Mike Rogers. But Democrats appear to have some real momentum here. This morning, El Sayed got a full-throated endorsement from Haley Stevens, his primary opponent. And this afternoon, the former Vice President Kamala Harris was sending out fundraising emails on his behalf. But the Republicans and their allies have got their knives out. El Sayed is a
Imperial Cole. There we go. The Senate stays. I think the Senate can.
Israel and its war in Gaza. AIPAC is already vowing to help his Republican opponent now.
They're trying to dial up pressure even more because your method is working. Don't get down. But if you thought shit was bad before the daily coverage, get ready to be treated as 08 Obama of political commentators by the establishment. It's time to dig deep. I just don't know how I can continue. I genuinely don't know how I can continue doing this. Like the format itself lends itself to clips out of context so perfectly. And obviously, Abdul is fairly infallible.
Yeah, there's all the fucking Senate, man.
Like,
Screw it.
Here's the point.
Screw it.
Abdul is basically Elizabeth Warren, but anti-Zionist and pro-Medicare for all. Like, the only thing that is quote-unquote radical about him is his position on American militarism, which happens to be the overwhelming majority position
of the game.
anyway,
So I think that's
it's
a
a far
good
more
idea.
popular position than like what the average Democrat represents. But let's be real. The only reason why people attack him and call him a radical, or even like try to lean into his associations, is because he's Muslim. And when I say people, I don't mean voters. I'm talking about consultants. I'm talking about the Republicans.
That's cool.
I'm talking
Nice.
about right-wingers. I'm not talking about voters. Even Islamophobic people have otherwise redeemable qualities. I do it every day. I talk to people who despise me on a daily basis, given my name, given my background.
Yep.
I try to convince them, and I have successfully convinced them to no longer be reactionary. This is what this community is all about. It's about forgiveness. It's about rehabilitation. There's
Cross
never
to
been a
make
moment in my
the
life
circumnavigation
where I have
good.
felt entitled.
A little bit of a gamble. I think we're gonna lose a lot of
or
shit. Yeah, we're gonna lose it. We're gonna die.
Someone
Damn.
vote for someone on the
Didn't
virtue
get
that they
circumnavigation.
have the best policies, because I
That's
understand that
unfortunate.
the fundamental principle of theoretical democracy is that you have to serve
5 ships, yeah,
your voters. Voting is about extracting concessions from your elected representatives.
Indeed.
And because I believe,
People forget that. A lot of times people act like it's just team
because I
sports.
believe that
It's
all
not.
those policies are great. Because I believe that Abdul's policy platform is fantastic. That the only thing he needs to do is go out there and deliver that message to as many people as possible. Meet them where they're at. And I know that he will win. It's that simple. It is kind of wild, though. It is kind of wild that, like, Republicans will say they want to murder the poor. that Haitians are eating cats and dogs, and there is not that same level of scrutiny. Like when you're on the left, you can't even say like consultants are being unbelievably unfair to a candidate, and it's definitely born out of their Islamophobic attitudes, their Islamophobic tendencies, without the entire liberal media and the entirety of the Republican media class coming down on you and yelling about you. I hate that. I know this is, ironically enough, something that black and brown people understand very well. The very act of calling out racism in the eyes of the many is seen as far more consequential and far worse than the actual act of racism itself. Why are you rocking the boat?
Yep.
Why are you even calling this out? Why are you being disruptive? And it's a calculation that many people make when they're talking, right? Women, black people, brown people overall, trans people, you constantly have to moderate your perspective, because you don't want others to reveal their position. When you see something that is bigoted, for example, when you hear someone that you respect say something bigoted, in your mind, you're like, do I call this out or do I not call this out?
Good point.
And the reason why many don't call it out, and I talked about this with the Zoran Islamophobia a lot, especially when it got to like its peak with Andrew Cuomo.
6693, nice number.
You don't always want to call it out because you don't want to hear from other people that you like and admire and appreciate, because you're fearful that you're going to hear them agree that this other person wasn't being bigoted, this other person wasn't being racist. Very frustrating. Now, of course, on the other hand, I'm also far more forgiving of Islamophobia than most, because I, at the end of the day, understand that these kinds of tendencies, these kinds of opinions are shaped by our social conditioning. What we learn, what we read, what we study. That's how people develop these sorts of attitudes. So, once again, I'm endlessly charitable to people who even demonstrate reactionary thought, because I know that they are ultimately redeemable. Right? Ultimately, they can learn. Ultimately, they can be empathetic.
Yep.
It just still sucks, though. It sucks because we live in a messaging environment. We live in a media environment where systemic bigotries, systemic forms of discrimination that are deeply embedded in our societal attitudes and our understanding of the world make it a lot easier to launch an opposition to a progressive perspective. Make it a lot easier for someone to just say, that guy is being a fucking piece of shit. Also, this goes back to the same thing I was saying about Islamophobia in general.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if there was a Latino candidate or a woman candidate or a black candidate and someone connected to the campaign of a black candidate was frustrated with the level of racism that they were experiencing, and then MSNBC, like Fox News would still be like, look at this fucking woke lord, right? Yeah. Fox News would absolutely clip that to be like, look at this fucking woke piece of shit complaining about anti-black racism. It's bullshit. But do you think MSNBC would do that?
Maybe.
Do you think CNN would use that as a talking
Depending on
point?
how bad things get, yeah.
Do you think liberal outlets would use that as an attack? Or would they try to be a little bit more understanding of the frustration that someone is experiencing in that moment? And I'll tie this back to something broader. I'll tie this back to what Mike Rogers is doing. Because, not to get all woke one with it, because you guys know I don't have that tendency at all. But I will say this. When we, on the left, or we as, you know, the broader anti-Trump coalition, which includes liberals, turn around and deploy Islamophobic sentiment with such ease, we create a permission structure for more of it. And that's precisely how you arrive at, from Neera Tanden to Shannon Watts to motherfucking Mike Rogers, deploying the exact same sentiment. And why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they be Islamophobic? Because they've seen Democrats do the same thing already. Let's take a look. This is just the most base-boosted version of the same exact ideas. Oh, this guy's a radical terrorist. This guy's no good.
He said, we got him. That's all he said on the phone. We got him. Leon Panetta at that time was the CIA director, and he calls down and said, there's some things we want to share with you. They had a mock-up of exactly where he was in his facility. So they had spent months working on all of this, months, if not years. So we went through the process, and then we went through the pictures, and do you think that's Osama bin Laden or not? And remember, they weren't clear at that time. You know, you look at it and you go, okay, his gait is the same. I mean, it was pretty detailed discussions about every aspect of it, because he had a pattern that he would go out walking about the same time every day in this yard, because he was cooped up too. Remember, the whole world was looking for him. You know, I came away.
This is Mike Rogers. I spent my life hunting terrorists. I never in a million years thought I'd hear the words America deserved 9/11, but here we are. Michigan, we got a state to save.
Only thing
He's tying it back to Abdul al-Sayed. He's literally saying, like, I hunted Osama bin Laden, and now I'm hunting Abdul al-Sayed. That's literally what
it's so Islamophobic. Oh my God.
He got better and better.
What the fuck?
And then, you know, the director came down and said, we're going to move on this. Get a call like 2 days later. Only thing he said was talking about. It was an incredible feeling.
Watching Special Report. I'm John Roberts in Washington.
I guess Mike Rogers was on Laura Ingraham, and they did it too. They did it there as well. The clip.
Shutting down the border. He gave the GOP late today its marching orders.
And what Republicans should say is that at the end of a year, you'll have nothing but death, squalor, poverty.
Woke 1.0 won against this, didn't it? Let them lose again.
You'll have a life of hell.
That's a big mapuche.
And that's what happens every single time.
It's a very big mapuche.
You lose your apartment. And that's where the communists will take us 100%. When I watch Abdul, he's fully
Totally. Definitely won't be the opposite.
The Michigan GOP Senate candidate, of course, will
You're
be
definitely
facing
not
off
doing that
against
actively.
al-Sayed in November.
To everyone.
Mike, it's good to see you tonight. Now, so he did the big "It's time to come together" speech tonight. He spent
in
the
ways
last
that are
day,
more
as I said,
symbolic.
campaigning with Piker.
And
even went to a pool party with him, you know, in that tight. Are we going to see you in a tight black T-shirt, Mike? You're going to try to outdo him on the pec?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Laura Ingraham is horny.
Yes, she is. She always is. She's so sexually repressed that, like, she's always horny.
That seems to be his new campaign work.
Tight black T-shirt with his pecs out. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Are there... Oh, there's pirates in my
Working class costume.
I need to,
Well, and he wears the same schmedium T-shirt at every event. You know what's crazy about this, Laura? I have to tell you, as a guy that served in the United States military, as a guy that was a special agent with the FBI, kicking in doors for drug dealers and human traffickers and gangsters, the guy that was the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee,
so an enforcer of state violence.
That I am running against a guy who believes that 9/11, America deserved 9/11. I mean, it's just shocking.
Abdul's never said that.
Yeah.
And the only person that has said that also apologized for it. Once again, totally ridiculous.
To me that we have gotten here. And so all of his quips and all of his unserious accusations and microphone jibes, this guy is dangerous for America. I mean, he's just absolutely dangerous for America. Matter of fact, when we had a guy load up a car with explosives, drive it into a synagogue in Michigan, he basically could not really condemn him. As a matter of fact,
it's so awesome that, I mean, look, it's so awesome that these are the exact same lines of attack that he just withstood in the fucking primary by Democrats, and now the Republicans are doing it. Fucking awesome. Fucking great, by the way. Okay? Great.
It's a good
Very
thing. I mean,
cool.
it's a very
That's
good
number
message.
one.
It's good for him
ironically what I was talking about when I said the
politically, but they're doing
Islamophobia
that.
coming from the fucking campaign consultants and the DC media bubble. This was literally what I was referencing. This was what I was complaining about. Okay? That's number one. Number two. The silver lining here is that at least he
I need
got
to start
hit with
doing
all
this.
of this and it failed. Okay? He got hit with all of this and it fucking failed. He still won. Not only did he get hit with all of this, but he also got hit with this as hard as you possibly can be hit, but perhaps not so hard that it would actually throw off voters a little bit. Because, like, the Islamophobia that Abdul al-Sayed received in the primary, okay, amongst Democrats, was a little bit more sinister. It was at least designed in a way, where it was maybe perhaps a little bit more subtle. Republicans don't have the capacity to be
I think
subtle
something people
with their
almost
racism.
never talk
And I
about,
think
but
too much of
should,
that
is
gonna come across
Islamophobia.
as gross. Okay? Too much of it.
It's just
is gonna
another
be
kind of
gross.
bigotry,
No tact
you know?
whatsoever. When this dickhead turns around and goes, you know,
Nowhere
Abdul
near as
al-Sayed
prevalent
reminds
as
me of Osama bin
Islamophobia.
Laden. People are gonna be like, yeah, you're gross, man. This is a fucking dude that was born here. This is a dude that
Nowhere
became
near
a
as
doctor
common as
here. He just wants to do fucking
anti-Semitism.
healthcare, and you're like, you know, saying he's Osama bin Laden. That's messed up.
It's nowhere near as popular or common as Latinophobia,
The
you know,
other
like
side of the story
anti-Latin
is the defense against this is other Democrats, not
or
named
Latino,
Hassan.
Latinx, you know, people.
Democrats named, you know, Mallory or Haley. Democrats named Shannon need to be the fucking first line of defense against this kind of bigotry. Okay? White women are the first bastion of defense against racist bullshit like this.
Uh-huh.
But the problem is, and this goes back to my argument from yesterday, the first responders, the first line of defense against this kind of bigotry, ended up dishing out said bigotry over and over again. That same exact bigotry that is being championed and channeled by Mike Rogers now. Will this cause some liberals to go back and take a look at the way that they have communicated?
Probably
Will
not.
this be an about-face moment?
That have like almost no, little to no self-awareness.
I don't know. I hope so. Because if left alone, if left unchecked, this will make discourse far more toxic. This will make discourse far worse.
Guys over here. Can't boat bomb them, but that's fine.
Yeah, white liberal women lost their minds over Trump's Muslim ban, as they should have. But now those same people are fine with Islamophobia. Yeah.
The rabbi there was pretty upset about the whole thing. He is just so dangerous, so radical, so leftist. I've been talking to union guys today from different unions who are excited to get behind our campaign. We're trying to put shot back in every high school. We're reminding people that 200,000 manufacturing jobs lost here in the state under Democrats. This is a changed election, and he represents why we need to change direction.
His top ally, really,
We're
Piker,
putting
is
shot
calling out
back
the
in high
Democrats
school.
who did not vote for Syed, and this
It's not.
That's such a stupid.
supposed come-together moment. Watch this.
You are unbelievably Islamophobic pieces of okay? You literally called the dude a terrorist for...
Like, no voter called him a terrorist. You know what I mean? Voters were voting for Haley Stevens because they thought Haley Stevens would be easier Haley Stevens would have an easier time defeating Mike Rogers. When I'm talking about, like, you're all Islamophobic pieces, you called him a terrorist. You said like he was a fake doctor. No voter said he was a fake doctor. I'm talking about the fucking consultants and the narratives that they try to concoct in the fucking primary. And it's ironic because the stupid fucking Fox News dipshits are doing the same thing now.
Didn't I get rid of? I think I kept the Senate.
For
No, I
months
didn't.
on end, and like called him a sexist, misogynist, terrorist, bad candidate, fake doctor when he has like 2 degrees, and now you're gonna sit there and be like, well, you know, you really got to come to me now. Like, what are you talking about?
Now, they want to come together, and they're calling their own voters Islamophobic pieces of you-know-what. How does that work?
Mike Rogers would be like, Islamophobia. I'll show you Islamophobia.
Yeah, basically.
Well, it doesn't work, and we have already started our conversations with people who voted for his Democrat opponent about coming to our side and sending a clear message that this kind of radicalism, this kind of meanness and divisiveness is not the right direction for a state like Michigan. I mean, my God, Laura.
Dog, you are a Republican. You eat Trump's asshole for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What the fuck do you mean? This kind of divisiveness. What are you saying? Your first ad, as soon as Abdul won the fucking primary, was saying he loves 9/11. Your second ad was equating him to Osama bin Laden. You are trying to present yourself as though
Oh no, Spain
you are
is
hunting him like you hunted. You're fucking lying. You didn't. I don't think this guy hunted bin Laden anyway. But like you're equating him to bin Laden and saying I'm gonna hunt the terrorist.
Yeah, that's stolen valor, probably.
In the least
That's almost certainly stolen valor.
Islamophobic candidacy campaign that I've seen. Okay.
Well, I'm not saying that's almost certainly. No, that is stolen fucking
Man,
valor.
Fox News is really just sitting here.
It just is.
No, dude, it's not. It wasn't even fucking Fox News that clipped this.
Last year we were 44th in education and our 4th graders can't read at the 4th grade
Pirates
level.
and Bay of Alicia.
3 out of 4
If
of
that'll
them can't.
reduce-
And so we're saying, hey,
Oh,
look,
they're already not
there's
even
a
there.
better
Or
way
maybe it
forward, and
automatically
it
did
doesn't
it. I
have
don't
to
know.
be what he's selling. It's radical. It's anti-Semitic. Matter of fact, I argue they blew past anti-Semitic. They just don't like Jews. They make it very clear.
What?
Wait, how do you blow past anti-Semitic to not liking Jews? That's what anti-Semitism is. This guy's so fucking stupid. He can't even do woke right.
Incoherent, disorganized speech.
Always is like,
He's
yeah,
fucking
no
schizo.
DEI except for loving Israel. No DEI except for loving Israel. That's it. And then he can't even do that right. Where he's like, you know, they went past anti-Semitism.
They're worse than anti-Semitic. They're so anti-Semitic they even hate Jews. Like, bro, what? What do words even mean? What?
Haley Stevens voter says he'll vote
What-
Republican.
what does a word mean if not
Democratic
what it
nomination.
means,
David
you know?
Salama, 48, anesthesiologist from West Bloomfield. I will vote for Haley in November if she were to win today, but if Abdul wins today, I will vote for Mike Rogers in November. He said nothing in the extremes like trouble. So proud of our dad, Joseph Salama, for sharing some of his story volunteering in Israel on News Nation this morning. Yeah, I don't think this
Romaic
is like the
is
average Haley Stevens voter. I think this is an extreme case, which is why that is an extreme case.
Palladian
And
is
I don't think
spreading.
Abdul is going after those voters anyway. What? Check the date on the post. November 17th, 2023. What? Okay, yeah, he fucking flew to Israel to... Like, this is the type of person who's never going to vote for Abdul El-Sayed. Like, it makes sense why they voted for Haley Stevens. They might even already be a Republican.
Yeah.
Professor Jeff, relax. Endorsing Abdul El-Sayed today is a clear all-time low point for Senator Schumer. Schumer will go down as one of the most traitorous Jews in world history. He'll also soon be primary out of politics by El-Sayed's friends. Schumer is truly evil. Like, this is the one time where Chuck Schumer is actually behaving as a competent party leader, and these guys are fucking yelling at him.
Yeah.
Dude, he can't do anything about this, okay? This is like, what do you mean? This is the one no-no zone, okay? It doesn't matter how much he loves Israel. It doesn't matter how much he loves AIPAC. Like, he has to get a Senate majority, okay? That is, like, there are varying degrees of loving Israel, and I don't think Chuck Schumer is at that level where he's going to be like, I'm casting aside the fucking Senate majority. No, he has to fucking lock in. This is the one thing.
9%.
This is the one thing he has to do no matter what. He never endorsed Zoran, right? He didn't have to do that. That was also kind of unconscionable. He never endorsed Zoran, but this is one of those moments where he kind of has to do this regardless. Also, one of the most traitorous Jews in world history. Oh my God.
That's insane.
Oh my God, dude, you are so insane.
Comparing
this
someone
man fucking loves Israel so much. I cannot believe how psychotic some people are.
And first of all, and furthermore, Zionists are, I mean, technically that statement could be true, but in a completely different way than what they mean. And that, you know, Zionism is a heresy of Judaism. They break the 3 oaths of Judaism, the 3 oaths of exile.
They talk about
so obviously in him being a Zionist, not a Jew, two different things.
Chance for more power as a majority leader, which, you know, I don't know.
According to many Jews,
power in. I don't think he will do much with
and
it.
me, but that's less important.
I don't know what his calculation
yeah,
is there, but like, he kind of has to do that.
He is a traitorous Jew, just and being a Zionist.
Yeah, it's basically blame the Jews 24/7. Unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, the Jews are responsible apparently for everything.
Isn't that what y'all do?
Once again. Trump supporter complaining about mean language, which is insane. Trump supporter
Yeah.
complaining about bigotry, which is insane.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay, y'all have improved relations.
I can't help but notice how identical this commentary is from to everything that I heard. To everything that I heard thus far. And once again, I feel like we're losing sight.
Explorer died. Darn.
The main through line.
I'm trying to see, keep exploring it, yeah.
These are people who defend the Epstein class. These are people who defend Trump's corruption. These are people who defend the amount, like unbelievable amounts of corruption that Trump has done, Trump's incompetence, the Trump administration's violence. And on top of that, every conversation that these dickheads have about anti-Semitism should always be met with, because they're having the conversation not about actual anti-Semitism, but about, you know, anti-Israel sentiment. So every single conversation that they try to cynically talk about, where they cynically try to talk about anti-Semitism, should be met with, one, you literally are the anti-DEI party, okay? And two, you literally are Israel first. You are Israel first, America second, maybe.
Maybe, I don't, if at all. I mean, you may say America first,
I
but
am not above saying we are the real America
you were
first party. I am
probably
not
just
above
talking
saying
out your
we are
ass.
the real peace ticket, okay? And that is real. And there are a lot of Republicans who are pissed off about this Israel shit. And there are certainly a fuck ton of independents too. It's the easiest message of all time. Just go out there and be like, these guys want to take all your fucking tax dollars and ship it overseas to Israel. They want to send your sons and daughters to go die at the behest of Israel as the entire planet's fucking energy supplies diminish day in, day out. It's free money. It's free ball. That and data centers, I think, are the two most like cross-party appeal statements that you can just constantly fucking hit. And obviously with Mike Rogers, given his pharmaceutical lobby connections, like you can connect him directly back to the opioid crisis as well. Like, so when these guys talk about like violence or, oh, these guys want to like throw Americans in jail or kill Americans with their dangerous comments, you could be like, dude, you killed Americans. You played a formative role in the opioid crisis. You have killed a shit ton of Michiganders. That's it.
I want to say very quickly, I know you're running out of time, that he had a message for you today. He did an interview on NBC. And this is how he's going to try to frame you and get the heat off himself. Watch.
Yeah,
Mike, I'm going to say right here, I know you're going to say no because you're a coward.
Oh, you can do another one?
5 debates.
Oh my gosh,
right?
so cute.
If you're willing to stand with me and have a conversation, you and I both know that you will wither in front of your own crimes. But I'm going to make sure Michiganders know about them. By the time we're done, you are not going to have safe quarter from people holding you accountable to what you've done for them here in Michigan. We will send you back to Florida where you belong.
So, Mike, he's like, go back and golf a minute. He's trying to cast you as that. Well, he's the working class hero.
This guy hasn't had a real job, I don't think, in his entire life. He's never gotten his hands dirty.
The fuck are you talking about? He's literally, oh my God, Wayne
An
County
epidemiologist, right? Like that's.
He's a doctor. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's an epidemiologist.
You're fucking insane.
He worked for.
He's worked more of a job than you ever have.
You're fucking insane. You're a pharmaceutical lobbyist.
Yeah. He's a silver spoon kind of guy. Listen, this, like most socialists, you know, Laura, they come from pretty privileged lives, pampered lives. He's exactly that guy. And so
Maybe
we're
their
not worried
leadership,
about any of
but
that. I built
because those
Chrysler
leaders
LeBarons
have
on the
the
assembly
opportunity
line
to
here in
become
Michigan.
educated.
I am part of the Michigan fabric here that helped put America on wheels, and I'm very proud of that. And my blue collar roots, I love all of that. And so I just say this to him: that language that you heard, he wants to be mean, he wants to be divisive. We have big problems here in this state. I mentioned the 200,000 lost manufacturing jobs. We also have the highest utility rates in the Midwest. We have the highest auto insurance rates in the country. We're 45th and 44th in education. And guess what? You can't buy a home until you're 40 years old. I'm going to change all of that, and that's what's connecting with voters.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. And yet another potential assassination attempt against the president, again involving one of his golf courses. Tonight, we're getting new details about...
Are they actually talking about Donald Trump's golf courses?
I heard a lot coming from Mike Rogers, but the one thing I didn't hear was, yes, I will debate you 5 times.
Oh, I need to change that.
Have CNN or MSNBC
Repeal
even
Portuguese,
said
yes.
anything negative about Rogers yet? No, of course not. If you're... Look, I think it's pretty obvious that if you are, you know, close to the center of power in the Democratic Party, no, you're never going to get the same negative
Why is
coverage
that right there?
An insurgent candidate will get. It's just not...
Oh, that's weird. I think it's a
My
glitch.
expectation is never my expectation is never
I
going to
think it's broken.
I suspect... I mean, Mike Rogers will have to debate Al Gore, for sure.
Shoot. I really wanted
just don't think it'll
autarky
be
so I
time.
could centralize my states. I think that's what it's called.
But this is cool. I mean, he's just crying. He's being soy.
Yeah, centralized states.
And crying and saying like it's you're being a big meanie bobini.
Damn.
Why don't you love Israel? Good stuff. But yeah.
I think.
Anyway, that's all I got for today.
Oh, there we go.
Fats. What the fuck?
Autarky, there we
Chat.
go. Why is it still on Senatorial Empire? I think there's something wrong with the game.
I need to end.
Oh
it.
my gosh,
I'm
that's...
so tired. Yeah, I saw the Jacob
I'm
Abdul
done.
clip. It sucks because I
See
love
you
Jaden.
guys.
I know
I
Jaden.
don't
saw
want to play
Jaden
that
in Michigan
anymore if it's
literally
messing
the
up,
other
if it's
day.
glitching like that.
And he's out here cooking my ass.